Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Debbie Obiorika, and you're welcome back to another video. And today is a GRWM, how do the Gen Zs call it? Get Ready With Me. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a Get Ready With Me video while I give you guys some juicy gist about how my boyfriend in the past do shit on me with my friend. If you're new here, hello. You already know my name. I already said that. I'm Lisa based in Abuja, Nigeria. I film videos on asthma awareness, lifestyle, and healthcare. Peradventure, you will hear me noise enough the background. I will open my windows one because never say at these junctions I want to on the camera and do film that they're going to take life. And all my neighbors will say, okay, they take life, we all own generators. So there are a lot of generators on, and construction going on across the road, and I'm hearing trucks as well. When I opened up the windows, it wasn't this noisy, but apparently people are starting to move around. I apologize. If I can adjust the noise cancellation and all of that, I will do that and maybe delete this part. But peradventure, if you hear a little bit of koi and koi, please understand with us. This is not we normally do in our YouTube channel. Watch to the end because at the end of the video, we do serve refreshment that is malt and biscuit. So let's get right into today's video. So first off, I want to start with my hair. I want to do my edges. Let me talk like a civilized man. What is first off? So yeah, I want to start with my hair. I got these braids done couple of days ago. I want to see if I can pack it up and get it to fit my face. So yeah, to the subject of the matter, I need to pack this hair somehow. Somehow. Alright, so we're starting with my hair. Sorry for all that chaos which will be cut out. So let me give backstory. So this particular relationship of mine was, I think, officially my first relationship. I feel so far away from you guys. The reason is that I was going to use people as mirror. But alright, so my first relationship technically because I started dating quite early. I've mentioned this before that I do start quick because I always wanted to get married early. If they had told me that if now that I will be thinking about getting married, I for no believe. So yeah, I wanted to get married early, so I thought that starting to date early would be a good idea. So I started dating when I was 17. My first relationship, I was 17. In fact, I was 16 to be very honest, because I had left school. I had left high school in July of 2013, and I had turned 16 the year before. So I started dating before I turned 17, and yeah, but that relationship did not last 2 seconds. It was over. So that doesn't count for me. So my first official relationship was in 2015. I had turned 18 November of the previous year, and we started dating in March. So how did we meet? So on this particular afternoon, I was going to class and I was late. So I was leaving my friend's apartment at the staff quarters, and I was combing my hair and working out. I have like I don't really care. I'm the kind of person that can get dressed anywhere as long as it achieves. Once I can achieve my goal, I don't care who's looking. So I was combing my hair and just coming out, and I saw this cute ass fine menaline popping boy. The boy is beautiful. I like fine boys, not gonna lie. And I like dark skinned boys, really. So I saw my then boyfriend, and we just said hello actually. He just asked me, oh, who I was. I said, oh, I was so and so's friend. And then he was like, oh, okay. Then do I live here? I said, oh, no, I don't live here. I just came to visit. But I come here a lot because, like, I and my friend, we were pretty tight, back in the day. So he was not like that. Sorry, guys, I'm so obsessed. I'm so indulged in this hair. So he was not like, okay, I think he told me his name, which I actually didn't remember because I'm very bad with names. Didn't remember it 2 seconds after. So I thought he wanted to take my number. But he was like, all right, have a good day. And I left and he left. So according to him, a couple of days after, his friend dragged him to come see us at the boys' quarters because his auntie was the owner of the main house and he used to come and visit her a lot because he was serving. So he came to visit that night. One thing led to another, and we took each other's number and we started chatting a lot. Our what was our bonding point back then? I used to be a movie freak. Still am a movie person, but I can't say I give as much attention to movies now like I used to do when I was in uni. And also music. I used to be an Ed Sheeran lover, passenger, when I used to listen to secular music, now I don't really listen to secular music. Not like anything is wrong with them, I just don't have any interest in them. So those were our like what we used to bond over and all that. So we started chatting and texting. He used to call me scattered and can't cope and all that. So we just had a bond and stuff like that. So fast forward to March 25th or 4th. What's with me and dating people on the 25th? Like starting my relationships on the day 2 and 5. So I was robbed at my friend's house, Janice's house in Osasogi. I've never talked about that story of how we were almost raped. I keep saying that when I see her, we'll do the video together. And I did see her, and we didn't do the video together. So I'm trying to not make this video long, but it's really difficult to get ready and not be slow. So yeah, I got robbed, my phone was stolen, but only my small phone was, they forgot it. The battery fell out, so they didn't bother to take it. So I managed to find the battery, fit it in. And I now realized that I didn't have his number on my mobile device, on that particular mobile device. I was so sad. Like, I was really sad. I called everybody callable. I didn't call my parents at this time. That's when I knew that I really liked the boy because he was the last person I had spoken to the night before. And I just felt like, oh, he'll be worrying. Like, because he would always call me in first thing in the morning, text me, call me and stuff. So I was just worrying that what's going through this boy's mind. And I was kind of like missing him in a sense. Guys, sorry, I forgot to tie my hair down. I was missing him in a sense. So I found that his friend that had brought him to the back house that day, his number was on that phone. And then I now asked him to help me send the number. I think that one didn't have, I don't remember whether I couldn't reach him. And I remember that I had a classmate of mine that was like a family friend to him. I had that one's number and I begged him to help me send the number. I think that one even liked me. I'm sure he would have been so upset. Anyway, moving on. So that's how I called him. I told him that, oh, see what happened. They robbed and all of that. And trust him now, gentleman that he was. He showed up, picked us up, took me into school. So we're walking into school on the road, and I don't remember what we said. And I was like, I know he's my boyfriend or something like that. And he was like, can I be your boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? Of course, me that I've been looking forward to it because we had a very good bond. I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? You're cute. We like the same things. The feelings are feelings. You want to get married early. I want to get married early. At this time, like I mentioned that, oh yeah, we stopped. After the first time we spoke, we didn't really see each other again until, this time. And he had just finished his NYSC. Yeah, he just finished his NYSC and he was waiting for his master's. So when our relationship started out, we were doing long distance because he went back home. So we started dating. It was really good. Like we had a very good friendship because we were friends for about a year. Yes, because we met June, yes, of 2020 2014, and we started dating March of 2015. So we had a very, very good relationship. It was good. It was based on friendship and it was nice. So yeah, that's like the backstory. So in 300 level or 200 level, 200 level, yes, because 200 level was 2015. I had this friend, Ehi, and he was a tall motherfucker. And he was tall, and I had a thing for tall guys. Like, still had a thing for tall guys. I had a thing for guys that are taller than me. Then if you're not extremely tall, it used to turn me the hell on. Not like sexually, I'll just be so taunt. So I met Ehi and I became friends. There was this particular night that I went for night class, and my partner was doing his master's. So obviously, master's students don't bother with night classes and stuff. And I really needed to talk to someone. I think he wasn't available, and he came by to see me in class. And we took a walk. And we took a walk like into like dark corners, just walking and talking. And then we got to this staircase place, and then we sat and we were just talking. And the next thing, he kisses me. I'm not gonna lie, I kiss him back because obviously there was a bit of an attraction, which my partner was aware of, but I didn't think, I just thought it was like a huge crush. Nothing to worry about. And then I realized what I was doing and then I removed my mouth. But it's like I do kiss him again. It's like the thing do sweet me. And then I caught myself and I was like, what's going on here? This thing is more than what I thought it was. And then I ran off and I reduced communication with him by myself. And I didn't tell my partner even though we had a rule that we would tell each other like about all these kind of things. So crossover night of 2015, my conscience was judging me that I want to cross over into a new year and I didn't tell this guy. He was a very honest person, you know. So I thought, so I opened up to him that CEO and he kissed me and I actually kissed him back, but there was nothing. If he notices I don't even talk to he as much anymore. And that if he doesn't want to date me anymore, that would also be fine because obviously that wasn't supposed to happen. So I don't remember how we resolved that, but he felt bad, but he was like, okay, since I talked about it, he wouldn't have known. And it was an honest mistake. It wasn't like I kissed him or something. It was like in the moment and all that. So we moved on from that. So we entered 2016, you know, loving each other and all that stuff. So in 2016, I had to go for TP and holiday in Abuja. And I was supposed to stay as long as I stayed, but my auntie was stuck in the US and my cousin gave birth. So I needed to stay longer. So anyway, while I was in that period of being in Abuja, that was the longest time we had been apart in our relationship. Because while I was in school, I barely went home for holiday because I would work most holidays. And he was a master's student. His calendar was different from mine. So he would always, more often than not, be around. So we barely spent any time apart. So in that period, he calls me one day and then he's like, he wants to tell me something that he's been so scared about telling me. And I'm like, we talk about everything now. Tell me, what's on your mind? Talk to me, baby. Tell me how you feeling. How you feeling tonight? Whatever. So he's like, he kissed someone. He almost kissed someone. I was like, okay. And then he's like, but it didn't happen. He caught himself and he remembered me and how much he loves me. That it was just in the moment that we haven't seen each other in a while and all of that. So I was like, okay. All right. So are you still talking to this person? He said no, that he knows the rules. He has disengaged, doesn't talk personal. Didn't even realize that the feelings had grown that much. Guess because they're always talking and spending time together and all that. I said, okay, well, that's all right. If you're sure that you have done what you're supposed to do, who am I to judge you when I'm guilty of the same thing? So I moved on. I'm that kind of person. If you come to me and admit something, I don't really hold it against you. I forgive quite easily. Like I can forget about what annoyed me almost immediately. That even when I want to recall it, I'll be angry and I can't remember what you did to me, but I'm angry. So we moved on. We just laughed. He was like, he was so scared that I'll be so angry and I'll break up. I was like, nah, it's okay. So we move on. So I now tell my friend Diana that, oh, see what my boyfriend had said to me. She was like, is that what he said? I said, she said, is that all? I said, yes. She said, okay, that's all. If he confessed, then that's okay. But she feels like there's more to the story. I was like, but I don't think so. That he's a very honest person, tells me everything, and blah, 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 blah. She was like, okay, if I say so, maybe she won't put herself on my Gary now ticket. We all laughed and we moved on. So a couple of days later, I get a message on WhatsApp from a number that I don't have, right? And okay, before I talk about that, let me talk about my relationship with this friend of mine. So I had met this girl, I'll call her T, because I'm tempted to call her name. I had met her through Diana and Chidima, right? My closest friends. And we all became friends. We all used to pray together because I was in the prayer group while I was in school, Jesus Friends. So IT used to pray with us, and I kind of liked her. She's very pretty. I don't even like me, as I'll post that. I'm not gonna lie, she's very pretty. And I just liked her. She had a very sweet personality to me. I didn't really know her like in words. So IT and I had a relationship. I remember one time anytime I come to the hostel, because my mom used to buy me a lot of stuff then, because last born and things, and my parents were at least they had a bit of money, so I was very comfortable while I was in school. So and me, if you know me well, I'm an Ubioma. People call me Ubioma. I like to give. Oh, sorry guys. I give a lot. It's just how I am. It's not like I'm trying to show off or something. So I would always like go and drop stuff for my friends because I barely used to eat safe. So how many I want eat before semester will finish? So one time I went to the hostel and I bought for Diana and Chidima and I was like, oh, I noticed that IT also didn't have. So I would also bring for her. So remember one day I came to see her and she was so sad and I was like, what happened? She was like, I think she missed a test or something that she didn't know the time. And I was like, why didn't you know the time? She said her phone went bad. I was like, So I just gotten this gold watch. My friend Kelly had bought me this gold watch, and then I took it off my hand and I gave it to her. It was my first gold watch. I didn't like jewelry. I didn't even used to wear earrings at the time. So in my head, I'm like, somebody needs it more than I do. I have two phones, so you might as well take the watch. So just for context. So she met my boyfriend at the birthday party soiree that I threw for Diana in third year, right? I'd done this 3 day party thing where the first day I threw a house party at my house, cooked for her, baked her cake. I used to bake a lot when I was in school. All my boyfriend's birthday cakes and my friend's birthday cakes, I used to bake them. So I baked her cake. So my boyfriend was around. He came around. Everybody was just like there. And that's how they met. And they kicked off. They had things in common as well. So they were just chatting. Me, I don't really have, I'm not a jealous person. You can't do anything to really make me jealous. That's the truth. I can't help it. It's just how I'm wired. Maybe I have too much love. Sorry guys, I'm bending, I have too much love in my life. Maybe from like my family. I don't have all those insecurities and all that. So that is how they started talking. And then I think the next day we went to the movies, and the last day we went to the pool. I don't know how to swim till date, and she knew how to swim. So you're just in the water, just gisting, nothing serious. So that was how their relationship started. So let me backtrack a little. So before that time, Diana had called me one day and said that she didn't like the relationship my partner had with this girl. And I was like, what's wrong? That is it because he's always going to see her in the hostel? Because they were still in school for IT. They did their IT at our health center. So they were still in school. I said that he told me that he took food. He asked me if he could take food to her one time that she was ill. And me, I'm a nice person. So I'm like, if she's ill and there's nobody around, why not? Take food to her. It's a general hostel. Nothing can happen there. Obviously, he was driving, so anything could happen in the car. She could have followed him back home, anything. But I wasn't even, that's how good my mind was. I wasn't even thinking about that. So then I was like, okay, I don't know IT as well as she does. I said, okay, no problem. Anyway, so I said, okay, no problem. But I didn't take it seriously. So anyway, so on this particular day, someone texted me on WhatsApp that, hi, hey baby, how you doing? That she's so sorry that she didn't mean for this to happen. That hand, my boyfriend, one thing, Okonkwo slept, Okonkwo didn't wake up, and that blah blah blah. She's very sorry that this was not her intention. I think, what did you say happened? She said they kissed and stuff like that went down. And I said, are you sure? She said, yes. I said, all right, thank you for telling me. And then I moved on. Later that day, I called my boyfriend and I was like, why didn't you just tell me that you kissed someone? As opposed to telling me that you almost kissed somebody and blah, blah, blah. Why did you lie? I just said the truth. And then he goes off. He's upset. He's like, this is why you don't tell women stuff. That I've gone to go and talk to my friends and they've told me that there's no way. La 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 la. La 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 la. It was just raking. Me, I don't really know how to shout. That time I had anger issues. So if I start shouting, my uncle asked me what was going on and I was not in my father's house. So I said, oh, I'm very sorry. Don't be offended. It's just my mind. And then I hung up. He hung up, safe. He was angry. He hung up nonsense. And he's not a violent person. So that's how I knew that something was off. When somebody that normally don't vex is vexing, you just know that the person has committed the crime. Where is my concealing brush? So please tell me that I've not misplaced it. It's like I've misplaced it. So we moved on. And I took a screenshot of the chat and I sent it to him. My phone started ringing. We see phone call now. He called and called and called, begged and begged and begged that and he wants to explain himself. Summarily, he did explain himself. I think they've got the light. Okay. No, they've not. He did explain himself. Yes, he did explain himself, how it wasn't intentional, how he was scared, that if he told me the truth, I'll run away. So he just felt like he should tell me some part because his conscience was, guilt tripping him and stuff. I just told him that I needed some time to think. I wasn't, how when they ask you before, like, if your boyfriend cheats on you, will you leave? Before I could have said, why would someone cheat on me? Once cheat on me, I'm done. But after that incident, I realized that I actually didn't leave. I just couldn't. I don't know why I couldn't, but I just couldn't. So I forgave him and we moved on. But did we move on? I now realize the effect that cheating has on, the other party. You know, it messes with your mind. And for me, to be very honest, I know you guys will say, "Yeah, but you kissed somebody." Yes, I did, but the person kissed me. It wasn't intentional. This one was a relationship that it grew, and it was my friend. You can kiss anybody, really. To me, kiss anybody you want to kiss. But you can't come to someone that I'm friends with, someone that I consider like she was like a sister to me at the time, and be getting funny with her. So it turns out that so I asked him how many times did you guys, did it happen? And he was like, it was just once. He cut himself and blah 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 blah. Anyway, I went on to find out that it wasn't one time. She slept over at his house severally. There was even a night where I had called. He had this problem with his shoulder, where his shoulder would dislocate. And I was the only one that knew how to handle it. And I was worried, should I call someone to come and drive you? He was like, I should not worry that he'll handle it. This girl was lying down on his chest. Then me, I was there worrying about his hand. So he was just saying that so that the call will not be long. So he said, oh, he's in a lot of pain. He just wants to go to bed. I was there worrying sick. Man! So how did that affect me? I now started to have this useless rationale that all men cheat. Like, it was something that I believed for a long time. Like, in fact, I stopped bothering myself. So, because I don't get jealous, you're not even worse than now. I don't even really give two fucks anymore. Like, if you like, do whatever you want to do. That's your business, really. Just leave me out of it. Don't bring shame to me. That was the way I was living my life. And it was really tough. It was really, really tough. We continued dating, but I became very insecure. If a girl called him, I'll be worried because we had friends of the opposite sex. It was something that we had discussed at the beginning and nobody had a problem with it. But after this, I started to have a problem with it, especially with the fact that he lied so many times. Lied the first time that was just once. I found out that it was more than once. And I was not even like, did these people sleep with each other? Was it just a kiss? Because you can't tell me that the girl slept over twice or three times and you people did not do anything. I said, all right, it's all good. We did it for a while and then my insecurities grew. They grew really strong, really, really strong. Then I had to learn to start loving like Christ loved. That's loving without remembering the past deeds. That's what helped me. So I was, studying the book of Corinthians and how love is patient, love is kind. And this was not for my partner, this was for me because I needed to heal. Because I became a shadow of myself. I was no longer happy. I was always overthinking. Was I good enough? My self-esteem was, and I was struggling then with self-esteem issues. I was still trying to build my self-esteem. So anyway, that was how God helped me, and I was able to, progress out of it. So as God now helped me and I progressed out of it, He now started to worry because I became very cheerful, unbothered. I wasn't asking Him questions about like women or anything. I was just living my life the way God has ordained me to live my life. And He started to worry that I was going to cheat. Yeah, I say, I don't have any plan to cheat on you. I don't do tit for tat. But he was really, really worried about that. And so it started to affect our relationship in the sense of like, he started suspecting my every move, kept thinking that I would cheat on him and all of that. And we started fighting a lot and fighting and fighting and fighting. And then eventually one day, after I was done with my exams, I just said, you know what? Since I'm leaving school, you're leaving Benin, let us end this relationship. It's not working. And we broke up. So we broke up, we got back together again, broke up again. He's married now with beautiful girls. I'm happy for him. We talk once in a while. I've forgiven him. This was just a story that I wanted to put out there. There's no hard feelings. I mean, I'm glad for the experience. It taught me to love despite all odds. I'm not saying that you should be in an abusive relationship and say that you want to love besides all odds. But if it's something that you think you can move past, and you can forgive and actually forget it, then fine. If it's something that you cannot, please carry your bag and your baggages and be moving outside. Even the Bible says it's only on grounds of adultery, but you can pack your bag and be going. And if they are beating you too, pack your bag and be going. Don't say he'll change tomorrow. So for me, because the Holy Spirit wanted me to, I think they wanted me to learn unconditional love. So I enjoyed that journey of learning unconditional love, and I gave that unconditional love to my partner. And now people would ask me, if someone your partner cheats on you, which he cannot. I'm too sure of this one. I can even buy you a Range Rover. If you see my partner cheating, I say, we then buy you a Range Rover and drop. If it's really cheating, I'll give you the Range Rover. If it's not cheating, you give me $10 billion. Yeah, that's how confident I am. But what the Holy Spirit told me about unconditional love is that eventually it renews your mind and you're able to see beyond human mistakes and understand that some of these things are not deliberate. I know you see, and the person pondered on it, they're actually not deliberate. Sometimes they happen, sometimes they succumb to their flesh. This is not me giving excuses, it's just me saying that this is how I handle that situation. If now I'm cheated on, I feel like the Holy Spirit will still help me again. I don't really rely on my flesh to solve matters this intense. But like I said, if they are beating you, don't need the Holy Spirit for that one. Pack your bag and be going. I'm not done with my makeup. So let me, as always, cut, do my shadow and my lipstick, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. So boys and girls, I'm done with my makeup. I didn't do anything serious as always because I want to do a no makeup look today, but obviously looks like I have makeup on. My brows are so bold. But yeah, I was able to figure out a way around my hair. I mean, yeah, tell me guys what you guys rate this minimalist look, 10 out of 10. And yeah, share a comment to me in the comment section. Have you been cheated on before? What was your reaction? Did you run away? Did you scream? Did you shout? Did you cause a tantrum? What did you do that helped the healing process? Because for me, more importantly than the sorry, more importantly than forgiving the person is how that behavior impacts you, your mental health, and how you're able to move forward without using that bias to judge every other person that you end up being in a relationship with or get married to and all of that. So yeah, share your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. The goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and we literally have 2 weeks to go, and we're already at 30. Let's make this happen, and I'll see you guys in my other videos. Bye.